Would you rather have a heavenly restriction like Maki and Toji, or have cursed energy and be a Jujutsu sorcerer? And this is easy for me. Sign me up for that heavenly restriction, okay? And I'll tell you why. It's because I'm lazy. Like, you give me the heavenly restriction, even if I don't work or train at all, I'm a demon, okay? I'm not gonna be as crazy as Maki and Toji unless I work at it and get acclimated to my new senses, but I'm still a beast. Like, I could get into the NFL or NBA tomorrow if you just granted me a heavenly restriction. You know what I mean? If I'm a sorcerer, I'm gonna have to be training my ass off to get anywhere near competent, and I'm never gonna be Gojo, right? So that's easy for me, but I would love to hear y'all's thoughts. And this was actually prompted by Jaeger, who asked me, for the average person in JJK, do I think they would benefit more from the heavenly restriction or from becoming a sorcerer? And heavenly restriction by far, based upon what I just said. Like, it's just an instantaneous boost without much work involved. And most people aren't gonna put in the time or the dedication to get good at sorcery. And then, speaking of Juju Society, next up I got this question from Apocalypse, which asks, would society have been better off if the higher ups tried to recruit more curse users? Because we know that there weren't that many sorcerers. They were always overworked and understaffed, and perhaps they could have even made binding vows with curse users as a form of like sentencing. Like, hey, you broke the law, let's make a binding vow that you have to work for us for 6 months, because we know the consequences of breaking a binding vow with somebody else are dire. So maybe that would have forced them to cooperate. And I think this is a really cool world building idea. I'm sure you guys have heard me say before, one of the things I wish we'd gotten to see in JJK was the consequences of breaking a binding vow with somebody else. So some kind of, more slice of life, if we can call it that, kind of stuff to let the world breathe a bit more, maybe find out about curse users and binding vows. Like, I think this is a really cool idea. Next up, Dot asked, what if we got rid of cursed energy reinforcement across the board? And this is interesting because everyone gets way weaker, way less durable, way slower. Like, their feats are just getting downscaled a ton, right? But everyone's getting downscaled a ton. So ultimately, I don't think it makes that much of a difference because it's applying to everyone. The feats just get less impressive in JJK. And if anything, I guess it just makes people with powerful curse techniques more powerful because other people can't bridge that gap with cursed energy anymore. Then finally, I wanted to shout out Cubicle Katana, who sent in without any question, was just showing some love. So thank you so much, man. And thanks to all of you for joining me on my Juju stroll today.